Assalamu alaikum friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video tutorial we are going to learn about the difference between eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells. So let's start. The first difference between eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells, as the name indicates, prokaryotes means pro means before and karyot means nucleus. So the animals which evolve before the nucleus, or the cells which evolve before the nucleus, that cell is called prokaryotic cells. Understood? Prokaryote. Pro means before and karyot means nucleus. So the cell before the nucleus is called prokaryotic cell. Now let's talk about eukaryotic cell. Eu means true and karyot means nucleus. So the cell which has true nucleus, that cell is called eukaryotic cells. So the living organism which has eukaryotic cells, those living things are called eukaryotes, and those living things which has prokaryotic cells are called prokaryotes. So eukaryotic cell and prokaryotic cells. And what are eukaryotes and what are prokaryotes? I have explained you their terms, and I have explained you first difference between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Now let's move to second difference. The second difference between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells is eukaryotic cells or eukaryotes, animals or living organisms, are multicellular. Multi means more than two cells. So multicellular means they are made up of more than two cells. So eukaryotes are multicellular, means they are made up of more than two cells. Their body is made up of more than two cells. Let's move to prokaryote. Prokaryotes are unicellular organisms. Uni, single, cellular means cells. Their body is made up of single cell. So only one cell, only single cell will perform all the activities. So prokaryotes are unicellular and eukaryotes are multicellular. This is the second difference between eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells. Let's move to third difference between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells are large in size, and the cell size start from 10 to 100 micrometer, while on the other hand prokaryotic cells size is minimum 2 micrometer. This is the third difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Here I have told you about their cell sizes. Eukaryotic cell is 10 to 100 micrometer, while prokaryotic cell size is 2 to 5 micrometer. So you can assume there is a major difference between them, that prokaryotic cell size is 2 to 5 micrometer while eukaryotic cell size is 10 to 100 micrometer. So you can assume their sizes. Okay, now we have to talk about the fourth difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Eukaryotes have cell organelles present inside the cytoplasm, while prokaryotes do not have cell organelles present inside the cytoplasm. Now here is a question, what is meant by organelles? Organelles means small organ, as we have our different organ and they perform different function. In a similar way, small organ present inside the cytoplasm of a cell, those small organs are called organelles. For example, just because of hand we can touch anything, we can move, we can take anything, we can hold anything. Just because of eyes we can see anything. Just because of nose we can smell. Just because of lips, teeth, So these are the organ, we perform different function just behalf of these organs. In a similar way, small organelles or small organ present inside the cytoplasm and they do their specific function. For example, organelles are ribosomes, Golgi bodies, or you can say lysosome, microtubules, centrioles. These are organelles and they do their own jobs, they do their own functions. Alright, so eukaryotes have organelles inside the cytoplasm of a cells and they do their own jobs, they do their own function. But if you look at the prokaryote cell, they do not have such type of organelles, they do not have small organs in the cytoplasm. This is one of the major difference between eukaryotes and prokaryotes. A lot of students get confused because they have idea that prokaryotes means they do not have nucleus and eukaryotes means they have nucleus, but they do not identify that either they have which one has organelles and which one doesn't have organelles. So here I have told you that eukaryotes have organelles present inside the cytoplasm of a cell, while prokaryotes do not have such type of organelles. Only single cell perform all the activities. In eukaryotic cells, ribosomes are larger in size, but in prokaryotic cells, ribosomes are smaller in size. Eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells, both of these cells have ability to transfer the heredity information. What is mean by heredity information? Means the information which is transferred from generation to generation. Both of cells, means eukaryotic and prokaryotic, both of the cells have ability to transfer this heredity material from one generation to another generation. For example, look at me, I have similar eyes, just same like my mother, or might be I have hair colors same like my father. So this is called heredity information, means it is transferred from my father or from my mother to me. So this is called heredity information transfer from other generation just behalf of DNA or just because of heredity material. Both of these cells have heredity material, I mean chromosomes, but their structures are different. In eukaryotes, chromosomes are made up of double-stranded structure. In prokaryotes, it is made up of long single loop of DNA. This single loop of DNA transfer from parents to offspring and they get the information from the parents in this way. So here is the difference between the structure of the DNA in both of the cells. Eukaryotes have double-stranded structure of DNA, while prokaryotes have long loop of DNA. Both of the cells have cytoplasm and both of the cells have plasma membrane or outermost covering of the cells. So this is a similar difference between eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Now let's talk about the last difference between eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Eukaryotes cell is divided into mitosis process, while in the prokaryotes cell is divided into binary fission. Now let's talk about mitosis and binary fission. Mitosis is the process in which parent cell is going to be divided into two daughter cells. There are 4 steps to divide one parental cell into two daughter cells. Number 1, prophase. Number 2, metaphase. Number 3, anaphase. And number 4 and last, telophase. These are the steps of mitosis in which one parental cell is divided into two daughter cells. Now let's talk about binary fission. In binary fission, the same thing happen in the mitosis. I mean, parent cell is going to be divided into two daughter cells. But what is the difference? One parental cell will divide it into two daughter cells. First of all, single loop of DNA will divide it into two DNA, and these two DNA will move to each side of the parent cell. After that, you can see, you will observe a septum between the parent cell, and just behalf of this septum, parent cell will divide it into two daughter cells. You got my point? For example, this is a parent cell. First of all, at this side, single loop of DNA will move, and this side also a single strand of DNA will move. After that, there is a septum. Septum means groove. A groove will form, and both of cells will separate to each other, and these two cells will convert into daughter cells. So here you have observed that one parent cell is divided into two daughter cells. This is called binary fission. I hope you like this video. If you do, kindly subscribe my channel and don't forget to click on the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching.